when we were filming, when we were actually in Charlotte together. She, we vibed off of entrepreneur spirit, we vibed off of working hard, and then when I felt like when we came back to the house, she dedicated all her time to be a wife, and that's cool and everything, but that's not really what I like fell in love with her about.
Listen, hey guys, welcome to Little Black Book, you know what time it is. Listen, let's talk to you guys about Clay, his interview. You guys have been asking me to review this and what my thoughts were. Can I give you an overall summary really, really quickly? I really thought it was actually a really good interview. And I thought also the way he handled the finance conversation, because I know a lot of people were like, oh my God, did he talk about AD being a sugar baby? He did, he touched on it, but what he was really kind of saying is he didn't fully understand it because the way she explained it. Now, I've watched another interview of hers and she kind of goes into a further expanse about what the sugar baby situation is. I will explain that a little bit later on when I talk about it later on. But I did understand what he meant about the entrepreneurship and wanting her, and falling in love with somebody who's ambitious. I've experienced it before, so I actually understand where he's coming from. I was always trying to figure out, do I want the person who will support my dream completely, or do I want the person who's going to have their own vision and their own dream? And I found myself now on a scale of, I'm more on the right hand side. I want a person who's going to have their own dream, own vision, which means I'm going to have to find a way in order to make your dream work, my dream work, and simultaneously make us come together as a unit. That is the job of a leader, and that's your job, to able to infuse both visions, that both parties are able to achieve what they want to achieve. Okay, that's a very difficult task, and I wouldn't say it's more harder. It's just a different task than somebody having their own vision and the wife following that vision.
In Charlotte together. She, we vibed off of entrepreneur spirit, we vibed off of working hard, and then when I felt like when we came back to the house, she dedicated all her time to be a wife, and that's cool and everything, but that's not really what I like.
There are two types of women that you want to be, you're gonna look at, right? Or three. I spoke to a white lady about this, and it was so powerful. It's the hybrid. It is the working woman, and then it is the stay-at-home mother. You need to assess as a man what resonates with you. Some people are better off dealing with people that are hybrids, people who want to be a working career mother, and then there's other people who want to be a mother, stay at home, the wife, and then there are people who want to be the career woman. So you need to assess what kind of woman you have and what kind of woman you want to go with and what works best for you. So when he said, obviously, he fell in love with the entrepreneur thing, he fell in love with the worker, the career woman who probably wants to have kids too, because they spoke about it, right? The hybrid. And so unfortunately what happened is he lost the hybrid and she went straight into wife mode and went into, I want to be taken care of. And listen, I believe that Clay's a person that will take care of somebody. I can identify with him. I had a situation where why I came to that conclusion, because I was always in between the two. Like, do I want the girl that wants to be taken care of completely, that allows me to just focus on my vision and they can push me, or do I want to be able to be in a place where the person works too? Not because I want them to pay bills. Actually, it's more about the mindset, right? It's more about that. And I'm a very independent person, which loves an independent person too. So you working creates a level of independence in yourself. Now, it has its own downfalls, just like being a stay-at-home mom does, right? But the positives is that I love the fact that you are able to do your own thing. You have your own freedom, which means you don't have to be on me all the time. You don't have to ask me if you want to go and do this or buy this or whatever. You can do it because you have your own money. We still work together, but we still can do our own things. And actually what it allowed me to do is actually it pulled out my fullness of my provision. What I mean by that is it pulled out the provider completely in me, because I knew that you could do it anyway. Because I know you can do it, I'm going to do it for you. Oh, I know you can I know you can do your hair. I know you can pay for your hair. It's now not an obligation. Now it's I can do it because I want to do it, number one. Number two, I know that you could do it if I wasn't there. And so there's that level too. So maybe because of what he's experienced, he wants a woman who's independent. You need to figure out what you like. So as a man, you need to be aware of what you like. Don't expect women to now change how they are. This is how they are. They're hybrid. Maybe they're the career woman, or they are the stay-at-home mother. Don't complain when you get a stay-at-home mother and she's not a hybrid or she's not a career woman. You want that. So I understand where he was coming from when it talked about that type of woman as well.
My life for 6 weeks. Like, it was like, regardless if you're making money, I just, I'm a go-getter. I just can't see how you could pause your life for 6 weeks and not work.
So you had different ideals about work.
I did.
Okay.
Well, Clay, and there was one part where she had put together this dinner and you didn't show up.
Now, I kind of missed a little clip actually. I think I went a bit too far ahead. He actually talked about the fact that he felt like, not only that she, didn't have funds, but he actually mentioned about the fact that she, that she had a sugar dad. I That's because I was too early. I knew it. Hold on, I got a clip. There we go.
don't know, like how are you making your money? Because it seemed to me the ex-boyfriend. This is just to me. This may not be true, but to me it seemed like all the finances came from that ex-boyfriend.
So he had a club. She worked at his club.
She worked at his
also,
club.
in addition to real estate.
Exactly.
In addition to being a real
It
estate.
sounds like you're saying like maybe she wanted to be a stay-at-home wife. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't think because AD definitely.
Now, it sounded like he was trying to say that the ex-boyfriend was supplying the life. Now, we don't know that 100%. Now, what I did, I watched another interview with AD, and she spoke about how she had put her savings aside. So she had money saved up. That's why she was able to do what she did for 6 months. She had prepared herself. So she didn't have no way about it. But I do also understand that maybe he's thinking to himself, well, hold on. But you're into real estate, you're into this, you're into that. You know, you put your money aside, but what do you mean that you put your money aside? Because what were you doing? How are you able to do it? Because the finances conversation we had didn't really make sense. Maybe he's, you know what I mean? Like, I can understand how your mind can get there. But she explained that she had put money aside. Now, however she put that money aside, she had money aside. Now, I think that the killer thing is that, like he said, when she got back, she didn't have no stress of going back into work. I'm gonna tell you this for sure. I don't have. I probably could say I could do 6 months. I could do 6 months in a LIB. It would touch some of my savings though. It would. I wouldn't like it, but it would touch some of my savings. You know, I could do it. 6 months. Pay my rent off for 6 months, whatever. You know, and then I wouldn't, my phone bills and everything like that. To be honest, I could do it. Yeah, the savings that I have, I could actually do it. But the reality of the situation is, when I get back, I'm going to want to work hard because I do not want to be now waiting again. Like, I don't have that kind of peace. Now, she must have a lot of peace because it covers her rent, everything like that. For 6 months, she must have a lot of savings. Now, for him, he may not have that kind of savings. His working capital may be there, but maybe your savings ain't there, sir. And so maybe your lifestyles are different, and maybe the way that your finances are working are very different. So you may want to take it easy in judging her in her position, because really and truly, you don't know. You know what I'm saying to you? You don't really know how her situation is, clearly, because you didn't really discuss it properly. But I understand why the sugar baby conversation came up. Now, she said she was a kept woman. I mean, that is what probably got people speaking when she said she was a kept woman. What do you mean by that? Someone's keeping you. And that's where the conversation came from in terms of sugar daddy. And then obviously, remember, then he's also picked up on that probably during the conversations in the pod. So that the ex, remember that ex that was too close, that we said that why did the ex have so much conversation that he could actually influence and say to them, we're not together anymore. We're together, so she doesn't need to go on the show anymore. Why did he have that confidence? I was asking myself that question. Maybe that's why he had that confidence, because maybe he was paying some bills. Maybe he was paying some rent. Maybe he was gifting her some money. That's why he was able to have the confidence to say, we're still together. He had some ownership over her financially. Maybe that's why. We don't know. We don't know 100%. But that's my thoughts about that interview. Quick little breakdown. I say quick, it's about half an hour. But I hope you guys like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification on uploads. We appreciate you. Stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you again very, very soon. Much love.